We are running. You got questions on the wall?
Yeah, somebody asked in how long have I been doing film? I started my first film, my short film in 1999, which was Bad Habits, and that was about a couple of misfit bank robbers who kidnapped a nun and then had a morality crisis about what to do with her.
Okay, wait. When you say, that's a great plot. But when you say you did your first, were you director, producer,
writer,
acting?
director. And
did you strictly ever do acting? We know you did.
Yeah, I did acting. That's how I got into this whole thing. You know.
Okay.
As an actor, I've guest starred on Walker, Texas Ranger.
Okay.
The Way She Moves, it was a VH1 movie.
Okay.
I was on Port Charles, which was a spin-off of
Charles and Charles?
No, it was one of the soap operas.
Okay.
General Hospital. It was a spin-off of
Okay.
General Hospital.
All right.
And when I was in Los Angeles, I started writing. And I ended up semi-filing in the Nickel Fellowships in screenwriting, and that is a competition sponsored by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. They do the Oscars, and every year they give out $35,000 fellowships. They get about 7,000 entries. I didn't get a fellowship, but I got in the top 20.
Sweet.
So I figured, okay, maybe I can write.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started writing feature-length scripts, and then I figured I should cut my teeth on some short films.
Right.
So I wrote some shorts, and then we did Bad Habits in '99.
Okay, so 11 years ago.
Yeah, and we went to that got accepted to Slam Dance, and
Tell us, it's a festival.
Yeah, Slam Dance is a film festival. It was one of the first alternative Park City festivals to Sundance. It was a bunch of guys who couldn't get into Sundance, so they created Slam Dance.
Right.
And then Slam Dance turned into, it's a top 10 festival. Right? It's actually a top 5 festival. It's harder to get into Slam Dance now than it is Sundance.
So for people that don't know, this is a little bit I picked up from Rick Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit when you create these short movies or you create a movie, period, and you want to get recognition for it.
Sure.
You put it in the contest. You send it to a fest.
Mm-hmm.
You apply. You try to get a large audience of movie buffs or movie critics to watch it so that they can give public feedback.
You want to get as much exposure for your art as possible.
Right.
And, obviously if you can get into a top tier festival like Sundance, Slam Dance, Telluride,
Cannes,
Berlin, Cannes, Toronto, those kind of places, that's golden. That is, the creme de la creme. But not everybody's going to get in there.
Right.
And, there's so many people making films. Your odds of getting into Sundance is like your odds of playing in the NBA.
So let's, You know what I mean? So let's talk about that. Criteria, is there an unwritten criteria to get in? Is it who you know? Is it...
You talk to the festival programmers and they'll say, well, no, we program the best films that we come across, and it has nothing to do with who you know.
Right.
But, if you have a guy like John Sloss representing your film who has the ear of the programmer and says, listen, I've got these 20 films that are great, and that guy has repped more films that have been in the Sundance than anybody else.
Right.
So they're going to kind of take his opinion,
right,
and ultimately, they're going to make their own decision. So, of course, who you know helps, but I think fundamentally, as filmmakers, we have to make films that have unique, compelling concepts,
right,
and are well made, and tell these stories that people respond to.
Right. Remind me to get to the well-made part about the storytelling aspect and the technology aspect we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because we'll talk about it a little bit later, but just the cost of the technology now versus what you had to have 2 years ago.
Sure. Yeah. The costs have gone way down. It's so accessible for everyone to go out and make a film now.
Right.
And HD cameras are cheap. I mean, 5-6 years ago, an HD camera setup cost you $160,000 to get into.
Crazy.
Now you can go get one for $1,200, or probably even cheaper. I mean, I've got a flip HD camera that I paid $175 for.
You shoot with that sometime?
Well, I shoot fun stuff behind the scenes.
Stuff,
I wouldn't use it professionally, but so it's accessible, and really the key now is telling a story that is unique, original, that people want to see.
Right. And that's again, we said way back to Mike, that's what I like about that trailer last time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it looked good. It had the true story touch feeling to it, with the words on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask if it was a true story or not, but it looked like a true story.
Yeah.
And it was great. I like that approach.
Yeah.
Yeah. and of course it was raw.
Yeah,
And
it's very great.
Yeah, so the story matters.
Mm-hmm.
The story matters.
Well, it's like so many people want to go out and make a film, and what you have to ask yourself is, who cares?
Right.
Who is going
Right.
to care about this film? Sure, you do. This is very passionate to you. But can you name specifically who out there is going to go pay $20 for your movie?
Right.
You know? And if you can't answer that, and you can't say, well, you know, guys under 25. No,
Right.
no.
You can't,
Guys under 25 who read horror magazines and love this. You
Right.
know? I mean, get as specific as you can, because you're going to have to market to those people. And then the sad reality about movies today is that none of the distributors or the retailers or anybody involved in the chain of getting to stores cares about your movie. They do not care. The only thing they care about is, can I sell this concept? Can I sell this box cover?
Right.
They don't care. I mean, they don't care about what's in the movie. Sure, the movie
concept.
has to be good and technically
Just to keep their
competent,
attention.
but it's got to be marketable.
Right.
And if they can't easily identify the market base, then you're out of luck, and you just spend a lot of money and a lot of time making something that nobody wants to see.
So speaking of that, a lot of times in the music industry, well, you hear Justin Bieber went on YouTube and blew up, right?
Right.
Or you hear Nicki Minaj, she went on Twitter and blew up.
Mhm.
So truly they had talent, but in the marketing aspect of it, it was simple social media.
Right.
You know. So what about that for movies? I mean, have we seen that yet?
Well, yeah, I think so. You know, obviously the greatest example of that is Blair Witch. They created an anticipation and a market base, and this was, you know, this was back before social networking.
Yeah, this is 10 years ago, easily. Because I love Blair Witch. That was a great scary movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, we didn't have Twitter, we didn't have Facebook then, so I didn't know they created a buzz for it outside of it already been in the theater. I didn't know the background.
They created this kind of internet buzz based on those kind of legends and rumors of, you know, the witch or the devil in the woods or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I remember when I was living in Los Angeles at the time, and my neighbor had gone up to Sundance, and he came back and he was like, "There's this movie you've got to see. I don't know if it's real or not. I mean,"
and that's what it was.
I
don't know if it's real or not.
I don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah.
And, you know, and now you look at it and go, "Of course it's fake." But,
Right.
you know,
Right.
That was the buzz. It had everyone talking.
Right. I got a call. I'm sorry I can't answer your call right now. I appreciate you calling, but you know who you are. We'll talk soon. Call me when I'm off the air. Okay. Sorry. It happens. I think okay, let me answer this call. Hello.
Top 3 distributors for the little guys. You know what? My advice to you about distribution is to
this is not
submit to all of the different
put you on the air. Do you know who you're talking?
distributors and always good time.
This is not Domino's Pizza. This is a live broadcast that you're calling into. Are you playing on the phone? Who is this? Okay, well, hang up and call Domino's. Have a good night. Yeah, I know you want to be. Who is this? Yeah, I'm going to chunk you to do. Thank you for calling into the 3 Low Show. Okay, I will. Goodbye. All right, he called for Domino's. He wanted to be on the air. So he's prank calling. How you gonna prank call the show host? I didn't even give our number out today. 281-804-9342. Don't prank call. He kept calling from a number that was withheld. So yeah, that was a true interruption. So I apologize for that. I thought it was we had a witness to a murder, but she didn't necessarily see the murder happen, but she saw a lot of the before and after. She was calling from a withheld number. That's why I thought it was her. And we were going to do a follow-up on that story tonight. Right. And it wasn't. It was some kid who wanted to order Domino's Pizza. So there you go, your 5 seconds of fame. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for calling. But, you know, you could have asked our special guest something about his great history. He's from L.A. He went to L.A., met all the stars, was on TV. You know,
yeah, you don't have that every day.
You know, exactly.
That's the question.
Right. So So we're already getting prank calls for the first time. Thanks a lot, man.
Sorry, man.
Your followers, man.
It's my crowd.
That's
They're
right.
a little rowdy. Too.
That's right. They
He
are.
was in the middle of answering a question on the chat. You wanna go
Oh
to-
yeah. Top 3 distributors. I mean, I guess the top 3. The best distributor for your film is the one who offers you the most money up front.
I don't know if you want this slide down.
And that's you want?
Yeah, that's the 2 gig. Yeah, see if there's no space on it.
Okay, yeah.
So